right, so I'll cue you, and we're just going to talk about the whole drafting or the... Okay, so the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. Who were you with when you found out? You were listening to the radio. Who else was
with
with
the whole family? My brother Jack,
Okay.
who incidentally, the next day, which happened to be Monday,
Yeah.
December 8th, he went down and enlisted in the Navy, and it was sent away to Rhode Island to camp, and then out to Illinois, and then finally he was put on the cruiser Atlanta, which was sunk off Guadalcanal.
Yeah.
And from that he received war injuries, and he died of chronic nephritis because of the war injuries that he had suffered back in 1932. He was discharged from the Navy, and he served on the Merchant Marine after that, but he never was able, he was in poor health most of the time, and he actually died in 1950 at the age of 33. He was only married for 1 year.
Right.
I also had two other brothers who were also enlisted in, Brother Raymond, he enlisted in the Navy, and he served a lot of time with the Seabees over in Europe. My brother Robert served in the Army, but he was discharged. I don't know the reason why he was discharged, but he didn't go overseas or anything.
Mm-hmm.
He was discharged in 1944 or something like that.
Was Raymond was in the Seabees?
Yeah, he was in the...
Was he part of the Normandy invasion, or...?
I don't know, I think that would be a little later.
Right.
Well, I don't really know.
Yeah. Okay, so that was two, and Jack.
Now,
so it's four.
Now with me, of course I was drafted into the Army, and I was told to report to Fort Dix in August of 1942. I went through basic training at Fort Dix, with training with rifles and things like that, which I hated. And they gave me a test in which I happened to get a high mark on, which is why they decided that they would put me into SIS, the Signal Intelligence Service, which does cryptography.
Mm-hmm.
I hated that, but they sent me to school for that. It lasted about a month there, and most of the people we had in the class, they decided they had another place to send us. So we were transferred out of that, and then we had to wait around until January of 1943,
Right.
where we were sent out to California, to Fort Ord at Pittsburgh, California. And there we were put on a ship, and we were waiting around in Oakland in the San Francisco Bay, waiting. We thought we were waiting for a convoy, but they were just waiting to get clearance to leave. So we went solo. We never saw anybody. After the ship left in January, we never saw another ship until we arrived in Brisbane, Australia.